guys, it's April, and I'm here today to give you a readathon wrap-up. I haven't done one of these in so long, and I'm kind of excited to give you this one. Hopefully my battery won't die while I'm in the middle of giving this wrap-up. Last week was the Buddy Readathon, which was started by Elena over at Elena Reads. And the whole idea was to partner up with somebody else and do this readathon. I partnered with Sammy over at Sammy the Barefoot Ramble. She is such a sweetheart. I will link her information down below. You should check her out. So last week we had some fun. There was 5 challenges. 5. I completed 4 of them, which is really good because my readathon track record isn't so stellar. I usually start out the week, just like inhaling books, and then something happens and it doesn't finish well. To start up this wrap-up, I finished the Spookshow 4 Bringing Up the Bodies by Tim McGregor. And it was glorious to get back into this world with Billy and the half-boy and the creep and the gore and the wonderfulness. It was beautiful. It was a wonderful thing. I don't really want to go into much of it here since it is part 4 of a series, but I will link my review of the Spookshow series, which is the first 3 books, up there and down there, in case you want to check it out. I highly recommend that you do. Now, the Spookshow 4 filled my requirement of reading whatever the heck I wanted. So go figure I started with that book. My second book was Freakonomics. A rogue economist explores the hidden side of everything by Stephen D. Levitt and Stephen J. Dubner. I hope I said your guys' name right. I've had this on my bookshelf for a while. I actually got to listen to them come and talk at my college 6 years ago. I got it nice and signed. So I figured it was about time that I actually read this little book. Sammy's favorite color is green, so green on the cover. This book is just a weird collection of statistics and how they interact with each other and the weirdest connections ever that you can make with said statistics, like what teachers and sumo wrestlers have in common, or why drug dealers still live with their moms, that kind of thing. It's just those odd little quirky little statistics and economic numbers. It was just fun. It was a nice little read. I enjoyed it, which is why I picked up this book after hearing them speak. And then I buddy read with Sammy Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. How do you guys say her name? I never get that right. We decided to read this book together because it was one of those books that, of course, the latest in the series had just come out and everyone was talking about it, and it felt like a lot of people have already read it, so why not take the plunge and figure out if this is something that I could get into. I had the oddest time with this book, guys. I just didn't connect with it in any way. Okay, I just throw this out here. I don't know if this... I couldn't see her as an assassin. There were times where I'm like, okay, what kind of assassin will eat random candy that they have no idea where it came from without testing it first? Don't assassins live in a world where people just kind of like blah each other? So wouldn't you like question that before stuffing your face with it? I didn't understand her character. She's supposed to be this like hardcore badass assassin, and she acts like a normal 17-year-old. It's hard to see that she actually had a hard life, even though we started out in the prison with her. Yeah, she has these random nightmares, but it doesn't seem to like affect her actions or her thought processes. And I didn't understand the competition. If you're gonna put a bunch of criminals against each other, why aren't they just duking it out? Why do we have rules and regulations? And why would you want a criminal to be your champion? These might be questions that are answered later on, but it just left me in such an upheaval and so many weird little gripes that my reading just died after I finished it. Let me know if I should continue on in this series. I've got a few people who were like, yeah, you gotta keep on reading. Things will be answered. Things will make more sense if I continue on. But I would love to hear your guys' opinion because I know this is a popular series. And I am done with my rant. I finally wrapped up the things that I actually completed for this buddy-a-thon. The last book I read was Horrorstör by Grady Hendrix. I really should learn how to say names. This book, oh, the things it did to me. The things. There were, okay. Premise of this book, for those of you who do not know, this is set in an IKEA-like store called Orsk. Things are happening in the store, so a bunch of them decide to stay overnight and figure out who is vandalizing the store. Of course, it gets creepy, it gets gory, it gets all kind of horror story. See what I did there? See what I did there? There were times that I nearly chucked this book across the room because it was so gross and so I couldn't handle it. There was one scene in here I'm just like, no, you can't, no. And I had to stop reading for a little while and get back into it and stop and start and stop. It was a wonderful, wonderful read. I absolutely loved this book. I've got so many feelings I need to get out about this book that I'm probably gonna do a full review. I think that needs to happen. That should be a thing. But overall, guys, this was a wonderful book. The format of this book is just, it's set up like an IKEA catalog. The chapters start with pieces of furniture and things that they sell at the store. And you get all kinds of, maps and things. It makes it feel real. And guess what? There's little coupons in the back. The format is wonderful. I love this book. Ah! Okay, I'm done with that. And the last challenge that I did not finish was to read a 5-star book that your buddy 5-starred. That was Englishing. Yes, something that Sammy had 5-star rated. I was going to read Tiger Lily, but I ran out of time. I do hope to pick that up in the future at some point. I'm not exactly entirely sure when, but I will. I really loved this readathon, guys, this buddy-a-thon. It was a wonderful idea, and I'm so glad, Sammy, that you got a hold of me and was like, let's do this. We're doing this. I had wonderful conversations with her about Throne of Glass, and it's definitely something that I would do again. It was fun. So that is all. I don't have anything more. I heart your beautiful faces. Bye. So we're doing this in OS.